in the meanwhile, in the middle, when we are discussing this, feel free to ask those questions, because what I want to do is give you as much information as possible so that you are comfortable and confident in terms of, obviously starting the course with us. Is that okay?
Okay.
Good stuff. So let's start. Let me take you to the first screen and start with the demo on the systems. So just 1 second. So what do your friends normally call you? Let me ask that first question. Well, how do they address you?
Kemi.
Kemi, Kemi.
Yeah.
All right, okay, that's great. And in terms, when you pronounce your first name, how do you pronounce your first name?
Oluwakemi.
Oluwakemi. Okay, that's great. I just want to make sure that I'm, getting it right. So this, and I also want to check with you, did you get the access to the Moodle?
Oh, no.
All right, okay. We'll have a look at that, because I'll drop an email to Grace and she will, set up the access to Moodle now. Okay, so let's start, and we will just message them, so they will basically, take it from there. So let me share the screen. So, a lot of colleges, universities say this is our website. We call it our digital campus, and you will see in a second why do we call it a digital campus. Now, this website would allow you to get access to everything that you want as far as reaching us is concerned, on the course is concerned, asking questions, queries, everything. Now, when you're on the homepage of the website, what I would suggest is, you can bookmark this page by dragging it to your bookmark bar so that you have access to this at any given point in time. Now, the main thing that you have to look at is the first and foremost thing that you will essentially see on the website is this banner, which is the purple banner. Now, this banner allows you to get in touch with us throughout. You can get in touch with us through email, which is 24/7. You can call us on phone, which is the college switchboard. You can WhatsApp us now that you're also added to the WhatsApp group. And at some stage, if you need to reach us, then you can also chat with us through the AI chatbot, which is integrated onto the website. Now, this particular chatbot allows us to, do lots of things. And when we say lots of things, essentially, it could be the starting point in terms of what information you want to seek, from UK Versity, and that will all be available here. So, and if I just do a quick demo, if I click on this chat with us, and what you do is it opens up a new window. So what you need to do is ask any question. Say, for example, who is the healthcare tutor? Just a question if you ask. Now, what it will do is give you all the answers. So there are 4 tutors that we have on healthcare. There is Mazhar, there's Anita, Dr. Anita, she's a qualified MBBS. We have Patricia, and we also have, Daniel Mensa. Now, these are the tutors on healthcare. If you have a question which comes to your mind, where do I submit the assignments? If you just write that question and ask any question under the sun, what this will do is basically give you answers instantly, and you will not need to wait for any human intervention. And how do you get this started? By clicking on chat with us. Now, this is why we call it a digital campus, because it can give you answers to any question that you ask. I might also ask a question: what time are the Zoom sessions conducted? So if you normally have, a mention of this, You can see that healthcare sessions that we do sometimes are done on Wednesday between 6:30 and 8:30. Sometimes we do these sessions on Saturday and Sunday, and it'll give you an intelligent answer so that you don't have to wait for any human intervention. And that is one of the reasons why we call, the website a digital campus. This purple banner allows you to get in touch with us. You send an email to admin. It's a 24/7 monitored mailbox. You'll get a response in a couple of minutes. You call us on the switchboard, obviously between 9 to 5, somebody will be able to answer your query. And you are also added to the WhatsApp group that allows you to ask any question that you need to within the group with other students as well who are studying. Now, quickly introducing the virtually the team to you. If you go into the About Us section and go into the operations team, you'll be able to see everybody who's working at UK Versity. We are all based here in Manchester, and you should be able to talk to us, come in and see us in the college as well. Now, that's me. I'm the director and principal. Amrita is the colleague which looks after your registrations, assessments, and she also then finally looks after your certification with the awarding body. Upendra is the financial controller and board advisor. So his team will obviously sometimes speak to you, and that team is ATHE, sometimes because of the fact that you're in installment. So if you pay them on time, maybe a reminder might come to you, things like that. In terms of the administration team, you have Jill, she's the course coordinator. Gartha, she's the student coordinator. And Grace, she's normally the IT and the marketing coordinator, because if you need any resources, copy of any recording sessions that you've missed, then she's the one who's going to be able to send and share all that with you on the email. Aman is one of the coordinators as well, and he would normally touch base with you to check on you in terms of your course progress. And then we have an IT administrator, David Law, who's joining, and his details, he works in the IT. So if you have a problem with Moodle, if you're having a problem with any of the lecture recording not working, things like that, then he's the person who would be the person that you'll get in touch. Now, when you send in your assignments, our lead assessor is Reena. There are teachers who are tutors, essentially, or teachers, lecturers, as we call them, in the health and social care qualification. So you have Daniel, you have Mazhar, you have Dr. Anita, and you have Patricia Alderson. You'll get to meet them on some of the sessions that are done. Normally, you'll get to see them on the camera, and that is where you will also get acquainted with them, because when you study the course with us, you're going to be studying the course in a way wherein you'll get to see a lot of different, teachers who are specialists in their courses, and those are the ones would be teaching that particular, unit. Now, it is very simple to write into us at UK Versity, because if you need to write to anybody, all you have to do is, if I just share that with you, if you have to write to anybody in the team, it is the first name followed by ukversity.co.uk. So if you have to write to me, Raman at UK Versity. If you have to write to, say, for example, Mazhar, it's Mazhar. If you have to write to Jill, you want any information, or you want to write to Grace, Gartha, it's all the first name, and it's very simple in terms of the email, because you're following the footer, which is ukversity.co.uk. Now, the second most important system that you're going to be using, apart from Zoom, is going to be the YouTube channel. Now, the reason I say the YouTube channel, you can go from the website itself to the YouTube channel. If you scroll down to the bottom and you click on the social icon of YouTube, this will launch the YouTube channel. Now, we have over 10,000 lectures available, but generally speaking, if you are looking at videos in the health and social care sector, go to the playlist, subscribe to this channel for the duration that you're studying the course with us, so that when we upload a new video, you get an alert and you will get an email to say a new video of your course has been uploaded. You go to playlist, and when you're in the playlist, scroll to finding your health and social care, course. So healthcare management, if you look at, and you click on this playlist, you would see that there are lots and lots of current videos which have been uploaded with regards to lecture videos for this particular course. And there are 429 of them in this particular course. Each of them are labeled with the name of the unit. And what you'll be able to do is watch that particular video. If you've missed out any lecture, any session, you'd be able to watch that video by looking into Level 3 Diploma in Health and Social Care. And this is academic skills research, communication, and similarly, so on and so forth. The last platform, which is most important for you, is the Moodle. Now, this platform essentially will provide all the teaching and learning material that you need, as far as the course content is concerned. Now, there are two things that I want to show you on this platform. Now, if you forget your username and password, without logging in, just click on this option on the right, which says forget username and password. And it'll show you a screen wherein you need to put your email address, and it'll straight away send you a reset link so that you are able to log back into Moodle instantly. Again, no human intervention required.
Mhm.
Now, if you want to install this on your phone, on your tablet, and you want to take this course with you wherever you're going, even on holidays, then there is an app that you need to download, which is a free application. It's called the Moodle app, which is this particular app in the middle. And it takes only 30 seconds for you to install this on your phone, whether you use Android or you use an iPhone. You would need a couple of things to know. One is the URL of the Moodle. Where is the website installed? You would also need your username, and you would need your password. If you have these three things to hand, you'd be able to carry your course anywhere in the world, because of the fact that wherever you have access to the internet, you will have access to that particular course, and it will include everything. Although, be it on a smaller screen like this on a phone, because this real estate is small, but it would give you full access to the course material, recording, videos, presentations, and lectures and assignment briefs. These are the three things that you need to install this. So first is download the Moodle app, and then you need these three bits of information, which is the URL. Once you have to enter it, your username, which is always in small letters, and the password, which is case sensitive. And you should be able to install this, and you should have access to the full course material. The advantage for us is that we can push notifications to your course, because there are notifications available just like in a mobile phone, like you get a text message, but this is purely optional. And should you wish to do so, you can do that from here. Now, when you log in, you put your username in the small cases here, put your password, click on the green icon, and that would allow you to log into the Moodle. Now, when you log in, you will see on the home page itself, your course will be only visible here because you're doing the one course with us. And because I've logged in as the administrator, I see a lot of courses that we are running, but you would just see the one course, which is health and social care. Now, you can also go into that course by going into ATHE. That's the name of your awarding body. And level 3 HSC, which is 2023, because that is when the course was refreshed. And this is the health and social care course. So if you click on it, that will take you into the course. The entire course material is available, which is in the Moodle access. Now, how does this essentially work? Today, we are going to look at, I'm going to signpost a couple of things to you today, and they are just going to be related to the fact that I want to show you the pre-enrollment part of the course, that you would need to go through some parts of it to ensure that you're familiar with it. So things like your course overview, we are going to, you watch the Harvard referencing presentation. There's a presentation and a video, declaration of originality, command verbs, and obviously learner handbook, which is from the awarding body. So these are bits that we are going to look at today very briefly, and some of these are going to be useful for you because they are like a bit of bedside reading to familiarize yourself, with the course structure, and also with the, I would say, the unit structure and the content that you will study. Now, how is the material organized here? We have tried to display most of the material in three different formats. One is videos. So most of it that we are trying to show is in the form of videos. If you click on it, it should play. If you want to view it full screen, you click on the full screen option, it will take you full screen. Now, presentations and obviously, reading material are in the form of PDF documents, Word documents, and recordings of the sessions essentially are, links here, which when you click should actually open up the recording for that particular unit and that particular session. Now, each unit is divided into what is called learning outcomes. And each of these learning outcomes then have, a presentation and a lecture which is recorded. Now, these are live lectures. They are not computer-based lectures. They are live lectures, so they are recorded as it is. So when the lecture is being given, you'd have a bit of a talk and an interaction everything is in that lecture going to be recorded. Now, how is the content on the Moodle organized? It is organized in the form of first and foremost document that you'll always see is going to be what is called the unit specification. This will tell you what you have to study in the unit. And the unit is broken down into learning outcomes and assessment criteria. So when we do a lecture, we cover one learning outcome in complete in that particular lecture. So if there are 1, 2, 3, 4 learning outcomes, to cover this unit, we are going to do 5 lectures. And what will be covered in that lecture? This is the content that we are going to cover in the lecture. This is what has been used to create the presentations. So I just can't teach you anything. I have to teach you what is related and relevant for that particular learning outcome. Now, the 5th lecture is primarily done to discuss the assignment brief in detail, so that we tell you how to do the assignment, what is required, how do you get the highest grade, how do you submit your assignment, and what is the key essentials that you need to keep in mind to basically do the assignment right the first time. So that is the second document that you will generally see under the unit. And then you have presentations. Now, these presentations are very detailed, and they will cover each of the assessment criteria, a bit directive, if I may put it this way, but they will give you all the details required to cover the indicative content which is given in the unit specification. And should you wish to listen into the lecture rather than watch or go through the slides, then you click on recordings which are available. And whenever you're watching recordings, these recordings are not going to be more than 3-4 months old, simply because we teach and deliver this course at least 7 to 8 times in a year. So you're not listening into something which has been taught and delivered 3 years back or 2 years back. They're all going to be latest recordings. Now, towards the end, you'd have an assignment discussion session, and we have also provided a sampler assignment. Now, if you were to submit an assignment for this unit, how would it look like? Some of us, find it difficult because it's back to school after a number of years, and we are studying again. So we can understand that you want to see visually how the assignment looks like, and how you need to submit. So for each of the units, what we have done is we have given an example of how a assignment for this unit would look like when you make it and when you submit it. So these are also available for the learners from within the Moodle itself. And this structure follows through across all the units. You would also have books integrated into the units itself, simply because in some of the units, it is not going to be possible for us to cover everything through the presentation and the lecture. So these are traditional academic books that we have bought, and under the Copyright Licensing Act, you are able to use them for your personal use, but you can't share them or put them on public sites. But you can read and download these books and use them for reading. And the reason why we've also provided them is that we want to make sure that you're using the right set of books to be able to study rather than copy and paste things from Google. Because plagiarism and AI are very important right now, and we don't want our learners to get caught in that loop of having to find material from Google. So the books are also integrated within the units itself. Is that okay? Is that clear? Any questions on this?
Yes.
Good stuff. So that helps us, cover the first part, which is primarily the systems. So my colleague Grace has confirmed to me that you have the access to Moodle, and you should be able to log in, and you should be able to go into the course.
Okay.
Okay. So I can confirm that by going into the course. And so if I look at she given you access. So you definitely would have got access. Okay.
Oh,
so yeah. So what will happen is you would be on the newer version of the course. 1 second, let me just check that. And if I go to my courses,
you're seeing it now.
Social care, and that is where you would be in that course. Yeah, there you go. So you're in the course. So this particular, access, you can, when you log into the Moodle, basically you scroll down to ATHE and choose your course from here, and that would essentially give you the access to the course material. And that would be all in the form of, as I mentioned to you, videos. And you have, if you want to refer to the presentation of that video, that will also be available as a PDF. When you click on it, it'll open up the presentation. And if you want to watch the video, you click on it and it'll start playing. And this should be visible, on the phone, on the tablet, on the iPad, Mac, whichever device you're using. Is that okay?
Okay. I'm trying to log in. I just opened the module now, so.
All right, okay, that's great. Now, the second bit, which I just want to quickly take you through, is basically related to, let's say, the course overview. Just very briefly on the units, which I want you to go through, so that you have a very good understanding in terms of, what are the units in the course and how you would be essentially studying with regards to, the units as far as they are concerned. Now, the first document on your Moodle, which you look at on the top, is going to be your course handbook. When I click on this, this will open the course handbook. And what I would suggest is this is a 33-page handbook, but you need to only go through a couple of pages, like first couple of pages to familiarize yourself with the awarding body, the qualification, and, main bits like grading criteria and also malpractice. So this is the off-call qualification number in terms of approval. There are a couple of bits of, information from the course handbook that we've taken out, which is the unit specification, and they've been uploaded into individual units. But the main parts that I would suggest you need to go through is page 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, because it talks about the total number of units. It tells you the credits. It tells you the grading criteria, methods of assessment is an assignment. There is no exam. And then how is the overall grading calculated on this unit, on the course as well. And that is important. Now, nowadays, as you know, AI is also become, artificial intelligence can be used to write assignments. So awarding bodies are obviously making sure that there are stringent guidelines which learners follow, centers follow, to avoid this malpractice. So you have to be just reading through it to ensure that you are aware of malpractice and the use of AI to do your assignments. And that would be the bit that I would suggest that you need to be aware of as far as the, course handbook is concerned. As you can see, the unit specifications from page 15 onwards, we have taken it out from the course handbook and loaded them individually into Moodle, so that you are having access to them to be able to see what is being taught and what is being covered in those units. So what you have to keep in mind that these units are graded, pass, merit, and distinction. And how do I look at a particular grade? Just to give you an example, if you see one unit, if I do all the pass tasks, then I can only secure a pass. If I do pass plus merit, then your overall grade is going to be merit. If you get pass, merit, and distinction tasks covered in the assignment brief, then you are going to be eligible to get the highest grade, which is going to be distinction. And each of these tasks carries 5 points. So if I look at pass tasks, normally you have about 45 points. If you add merit criteria 1, 2, 3, 4, normally you'll go to 65 points. And when you go to distinction, you'll be over 75. So how is the grading calculated? This is where it is mentioned how the grading is calculated in the qualification. So when I go into page 9 and talk in terms of grading, if I look at 6 units, each unit has, say, 45 points. If you multiply that by, some learning outcomes are 3, some are 4, less tasks. Then if your score adds up to 180 to 215, you'll be getting a pass. If it adds up between 216 to 269, it will be merit. And anything over 270 will be, a distinction grade. Now, one of the other main things which I want to discuss and quickly show you would be how the assessments are done. How do you submit assignments? How do the assignments get marked? And what is the proof that you get in terms of that my work has been marked and this is the grading that I've got? So let me open up one particular assignment as an example. And let me just ask you, what device are you doing the induction on? Is it a phone? Is it a laptop? What is it that you're using?
I'm using a laptop.
You're using a laptop. That's great. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to show you, say, for example, the assignment, how it is submitted, where it is submitted, and how do you get feedback on the assignment. So let me share, my full screen, and that should hopefully give you a good idea in terms of how the assignments are submitted. So let me just do this and have the notepad up. Great. I'm going to share my full screen. I have a big monitor, which is a 49-inch monitor. So let me share my screen. Now you see a couple of documents on your screen, right? Now, if I look at assessment and feedback process, so the first thing that we want to look at is how do you submit your assignment? Now, assignments are submitted on an email called learnerwork@UK-Versity. And when you submit this work, you get an acknowledgement receipt. And this acknowledgement receipt tells you that your work has been received. In 3 to 5 working days, you will get feedback on your assignment. All assignments that you submit are submitted as Word documents, and there is an assignment submission guideline, document that I'll also show you. That is where, you have to keep in mind when you make this particular submission guidelines. Now, when you submit the assignment, it comes in as a Word document. What we do on the Word document then is look at commenting on your work document to see whether the tasks are done. And this will be visible to you on a full device itself, like a laptop or a PC. If you watch it or if you open this document on your mobile or tablet, you would see a speech bubble rather than, the commenting on the right-hand side. Now, what we do is we provide detailed commenting to ensure that if the task is not met, then you know exactly how you need to go ahead and complete that task. So there's guidance given as well. Now, when the assignment is submitted, go on, sorry. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So when the assignment is submitted, one of the administrators in the back checks your assignment for plagiarism as well as AI detection. So as you can see, in this case, anything over 20% is not permissible. So this assignment was sent back to the learner to say that you have submitted something which is over 40%, copied, and this is not acceptable, although the plagiarism is less, but you have used AI to write or used parts of it to write the assignment. And this report will go back to you to give you a warning to say that you cannot use this, and you will get a link to log in and then start amending wherever the copy is there. And the instructions on that are also going to be given on the back of the report. Now, assuming once you have amended, the work is fine, at some stage, what will then happen is that you will be given a feedback by the lecturer, and that will come to you in the form of assessment. That assessment will mention why you have mastered the task, why you're meeting the grade, why all the work that you've submitted as evidence is great, and then a final grade on the assignment will be given by the assessor. So in this case, the learner has achieved a distinction grade after the after the AI part was addressed and all the tasks have been done, and he has been able to achieve a distinction grade. So when you get this back as a feedback, you get 3 things from us. One, you get this document back, which is your own assignment. You get a front cover sheet or an assessment of the assessment decision. And the third thing that you're going to get back is a scan to keep for your records that my assignment, was plagiarism free, or, that is the report. Now, in some cases, we do not send this across because if your work is under 20% similarity and there is no evidence of written by AI, then you don't need this report. Your assignment will come back to you. And along with that, what you will get is the front cover sheet, which will confirm the decision. And this decision is checked by the quality manager. So once the grade is awarded, it is fixed, and this grade will be appearing on your final certificate or the diploma that you get. Now, how would your diploma look like? This is how your diploma looks like as an example. This learner, as you can see, has achieved a distinction. So it's a 2-page transcript. The first part tends to be the award, and the second part tends to be the transcript. As you can see, he's achieved high grades, and that is where his overall grade. So if you achieve 4 distinctions, 1 merit, 1 pass, your overall grade will go to distinction. If you achieve 4 merits and 2 passes, then your overall grade should go to merit. but it is all calculated scientifically, because when we put it on the system, the grades, it calculates the overall grade in the qualification as well. So this is how you would get the certification. This is a scan, but obviously you get the original as well. And that is something that you are going to use for your UCAS application or maybe for your university admissions, because this is an approved qualification. It is on UCAS. And if you get higher grades, you get more tariff or more points, and universities prefer students coming with higher grades. Is that okay?
Okay.
Good stuff. So that allows us to cover pretty much, everything that I wanted to do in terms of the induction, so that you have at least a macro overview in terms of how, the course would be run. Now, in terms of the sessions, we are doing sessions on Saturday and Sunday, and these are 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. That is the invites that you get. So my colleague Jill would have sent you the session invites for this week. Have you received an email from her?
No.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah. Let me check if there are sessions this weekend. So give me 1 second. Yeah, so what we are going to do is, obviously, I think there is some scheduling that you will get, and you will get that from Jill in a second. And that would be, sessions for the weekend. These are the days and times on which, we do the sessions for the healthcare level 3 course. Let me ask her. Okay, that's great. Now, the sessions are on that day. Now, one other thing which I want to mention is, if you have any questions, if you feel that you have any pressing questions related to the course, the content, or if you're getting stuck anywhere, then what you can do is you can send an email to LearnerWork, and one of the lecturers would respond back to you with additional information, on the question that you've asked. The other thing that you have to also look at is, you are on the ATHE WhatsApp group. 1 second. Give me 1 second. So are you in the WhatsApp group right now?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So you can also post a question or a query in the WhatsApp group, and that could be the easiest way to get a quick answer from us, because, WhatsApp we access 24/7, and that should allow you to, progress on the course very well. Now, you would also get calls from Gartha from time to time, and these calls would typically be, to do a catch up with you to see how you're progressing in the course. Are you enjoying your lectures? Are the lectures knowledgeable enough? Are the lectures on time? Do you find the material to be okay? Any sort of feedback that you want to discuss with them, you'd be able to discuss that with Gartha or, with Aman, because that their role is primarily to ensure that learners are able to progress and they are able to complete core units and they are able to submit assignments. Is that okay?
It's okay.
Good stuff. Any questions for me at this stage?
Yes.
Tell me.
First of all, we've spent more than 40 minutes.
Yes.
Then I'm trying to log into the module. I've downloaded the module app. Yes. So I'm trying to log into the module, but the password is not going. I don't know.
Right. So the password is case sensitive. If M is capital, you'll have to put it as capital. If it's a special character, you'll have to put it as special character.
Yes. I've done that and it's still not going through.
So what is let me just double check on my system when you've got that email. Just give me 1 second. So what have you done? Have you downloaded? Are you trying to log into Moodle on your laptop?
On my phone. I'm using my phone.
Okay, so on the phone, what you need to do is first download the Moodle app. Have you downloaded the app?
Yes.
Okay, when you've downloaded the app, then the first thing that you need to do is put the URL.
I've done that.
Done that, okay. Now, when you put the URL, you will see a lot of Moodle installations which will come up.
Yes.
So you would need to actually find what our Moodle installation is. It'll say, IFA dot,
UK Versity.
yeah, that's the one. Yes.
The
So
first one.
select that first.
Okay.
When you select that, then it will give you an option to put in your username and password.
Yes.
Now you put your username, which has been given, which is your full name. I think Grace has sent across Oluwakemi Odeyebio. I think your full name. That is all small letters. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong.
Oluwakemi.
Yeah. And
Oluwakemi
Oduyebo.
Odui. Yes, that's
Yeah.
my
So
yes.
if you type that without any spaces, all in small
Yes.
letters, right?
Yes.
Now your
Yeah.
password she has given is Manchester, which is M,
Is it capital?
capital M.
Okay.
So what I will do is I will not say that on the on the
At.
phone, but I will message you right now. WhatsApp you that password.
Okay, Manchester.
Yeah.
127, right?
Yes, that's correct. With an exclamation mark at the end.
Yes, that was what